Usagi, Usagi, and I am here with more Final Fantasy XIV. We have a couple things to do before we do the last patch, so we gotta grab Miss Q and get her opinion on what to be done. Open the chat. Hello, hello, Miss Q. Hello. So, we have a couple things we can do. I'll let you decide what we want to do first. Do you want to do the end of the weapon story? Do you want to do the end of NieR? Which of those two do you want to do first? You want to do NieR first? Okay. Then we are going to head to... we want to head to Stilltide. And we'll fly up. I forgot to have us come back here after 5.4, so there's a bit of story stuff to do. That's okay. Konog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence. Here to see me? I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I won't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are... well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used us. She said as much, but we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. I keep thinking about what we might have done differently. You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do now. You're right. I have to fix this somehow, or at least try. What are you lazing about here for, Konog? Where's Anog? She's still up to no good, I bet, and run off before we could make her own up to it. Don't be ridiculous, Anog. She's what? Hello, Varkin. How are you? Go on. Explain to us where exactly Anog is. Thank you for the follow, Okami Light. Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injury she suffered in the attack. My weekend has not been too bad. Can't complain. Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret. Konog seems in dire need of comfort. Sorry, I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help, for that man and his wife especially. But I don't know either of them well, and I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now. I'll ask around for you. thank you. With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all. In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs cleaning around here. Oh. He's sweet. Look who it is! I hope you're not up to more mischief with Anog and Kanog. A woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. Those two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling now that she's in such a state. You're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? The very best of friends, and how I long for those days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. That it was. There. They talked to you, and no one got violent? Mead, I suppose we are dwarves, so maybe it's not such a terrible idea. But as far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack. We can buy more in Stilltide. Oh, if there's some available for purchase, I'd happily spend the coin. Can you show me the way? I could go myself. No, I insist. I've accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden, and I need to do this. I still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit. Yes, Yak, you may come. There you are. Now, if you'll show me the way... Ah, the ladder! I've never used it before. This will be an adventure. The view is different outside the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. Hello, Sue. Hello. How are you today? It's massive. How in the world did you get this moving? With a great deal of help. Well, go on, tell me all about it. That's a really good idea. I had no idea all of that happened in Yulmore and the Talos. Marvelous. I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe then Kormra wouldn't be... Never mind. I thank you for your enlightening tale. And now we descend. I think I may do that too. That's a really good idea. So all you have to do is heat up some soup and you can keep on the grind. Far be it from me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet? Eastward it is then. How would you feel about making some soup, Granny? We're going out tomorrow anyway. I think making soup from scratch would be pretty good. I think it'd be real tasty. I'll find some recipes, and I'll even make it. So I am not putting this burden upon you. Ooh. You just let me know what kind of soups you want. Oh my god. This is your excuse for not making choices. Well, you're picky. So now you have to pick. And I don't think that's right, and I don't think that's fair. Oh, one of VJ's friends logged in. They haven't been on in like months. I will say hi to them. It's been a bit. It's just been you and me for so long. Deep breaths, Kanang. Just act natural, confident. You can do this. Yeah! Akali, good to see you. Who's your friend? He seems eager? Lolly ho! I would like some mead, please, ma'am. Well, I can't say no to one who asks so nicely, and any friend of Akali's is welcome here. I'll bring out our finest. Did you see? I did it! It feels so good to be working toward a goal again. Here we are. Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away. We have to remember that Kanang is a child, and we brought the child into the bar to buy some liquor, and the woman looked at us and we were like, he's good for it. Would you like to come with me when I deliver the mead, I mean? Of course I will. I appreciate it. I admit that I'm a bit nervous, but this is my chance to help, if only in a small way, so I have to take it. Oh, they brought us all the way back here. I was starting to like my huge ascent. They just brought us here. I like when I don't have to travel far. Oh, it's so bright. The in-game sun. Excuse us, we wanted to offer our best wishes and my sincere apology as well. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what you've been through, but I brought you this. I thought that maybe you could share it later. Go away! We don't want anything from you. Oh. All I want for you is to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry. Konak sounded to be in considerable distress. You had best follow him lest he come to harm. The bottle of mead that Konak had so earnestly wished would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. This definitely feels like a Yoko Taro game. Lolly, we've got another situation in our beards, ho! Konak just ran right past me towards the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd really rather not have him be there by himself, especially not when he's so upset. I could hear the sobs from yawns away. What's that all about? There's this injured woman. It's a tragic state of affairs all around. The man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out given the circumstances. But that doesn't mean Konak deserves to take the brunt of it all. I'd consider it a personal favor if you could find him and tell him so. Another personal favor, at any rate. He's not the most athletic dwarf I've ever met, so with any luck he won't have gotten far while we've been talking. I'll go and have a word with certain folks in the village, see if we can't repair some of the damage that's been done. I almost elbowed my sandwich right to the ground. But I didn't. But I almost did. I love all the mounts in this game. They're very good. You find no sign of the dwarf you seek, a state of affairs that you are becoming all too familiar with. I wish more than anything we had gotten a little pod mount that could, like, you hold on to it and just fly around. That's what I really, really wanted, and we didn't get it. But we did get, like, we got more than I thought we would. Like 2 mounts per raid, or 2 minions per raid and everything, so. I can't complain. Can't be greedy. And we got outfits that I didn't think we'd get, so. Okay, I was making sure I hadn't missed something. I love puppets, Bunky. There's 2 robots left. It is PvP enabled zone. This is so this raid series, everything that we're doing is based on NieR Automata. So we are actually in the bunker from NieR Automata. Your hawk for mankind. So this is the command base that you go to a lot in NieR. All the operators sit here. All the combatants are there. Yeah, it's crossover stuff. You still to see so much of a wisp of beard disappearing around the corner. Konog must be further down. Yeah, it's really neat. I didn't think we would get like something. I just didn't think we'd get the bunker. Something so just blatantly this is the NieR bunker, and that's just how it be. Dun, dun, dun. A nog? I'll explain this orb in a moment. Anog, look over here. Don't run off, Konog. It's dangerous. Let your big sister take the lead. Whoa. Wicked White, Konog, move! Anog? Anog, are you down there? I'm coming. Anog, answer me. No. Anog, are you behind this thing? Anog, please say something. What? Anog, it's you, isn't it? Kanog. It's all bad. It's all so bad. That thing from the orb can't be Anog. I'm sorry. That ain't her. How do you know? How did you even know about that back when she... I played Drakengard. Never mind, it doesn't matter. Anog is what matters. Anog, she... I know. But you can't stay here. Fine. Alright. Do you have any idea what's going on, Miss Q? As someone with no Drakengard and no NieR knowledge. That's probably about right. Something like that. So that big white orb is a seed of destruction, but it is also known as a seed of resurrection. These orbs appear when all the seals holding the world intact are broken. And they are one of several events tied to the end of the world. So these are specifically from Drakengard. And I think one of the bigger instances that we see them is our main antagonist puts the main heroine into the orb after she is dead, and she comes back out an abomination. She looks gnarly, and then she kills him, and then every seed of destruction that was in the world also starts spewing these fury into these monstrous angel-like abominations. They're not good. They're not good. It's interesting because one could say we broke the seals on the world by killing the Light Wardens, thus causing the seeds of destruction to appear. You could say that we did that. Nah, it was probably not related. Sorry, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Let's go. Drakengard's one hell of a game. One hell of an experience. Tell me you found him. What's the matter? I'm afraid something has happened to Anog. Oh, thank you for the follow, Iririn. She fell from a cliff, you say, and then when she reappeared from this orb, there wasn't a scratch on her? I admit that sounds bad, but I found those two in these very tunnels myself years ago. They were a pair of troublemakers since the start, and they've always been a little strange to be sure. They have good hearts, though, both of them. Anog's too headstrong to let a little tumble keep her down, and I'm certain she'll be back with us before you know it. As for the orb, I haven't the slightest idea, so don't you go prodding it, and keep it quiet for now. We may not be able to keep Anog from dashing off again later, but we can preserve the peace for now. Oh, hello, neighbor. Absolutely. I hope we run across each other. Feel free to send me a friend request. So you can see her name, and just shoot me a friend request. The dig site chief is still concerned about the twins. Lolly, I may have been... Oh, you might have to. Yeah. No problem. Yes. Lolly, I may have been too optimistic, Akali. The fact that the villagers are still nursing a grudge doesn't surprise me. Not that I haven't tried to make them think better of it. But why hasn't Anog come back and given them the what for yet? It ain't like her to fret over what people think. Then there's Anog. I was worried he'd go chasing after her again, which is why I'm even more worried that he's been shut up in the tunnels this whole time. Chief! We need to clear the rubble so we can start digging again, but the others won't stop bickering about whose job it is, not even when I threaten to boot them clear into the sea. I'll be right there. 2 boots are better than 1, as they say. Looks like I have other business to take care of. Not that I was having much luck here. Can you check on Kanog in my stead? What with Anna gone and the villagers treating him like he's got the blight, he could do with a reminder that not everyone has abandoned him. And who's to say? Maybe one of your tales will cheer him up. Or scar him for life. I'm sure whatever you come up with will be fine. Probably. And let me know how he's doing, alright? Even if he doesn't want to talk to me, I want to help him. And I want him to have all the help he needs, is all. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna accept that. Yes. Thank you, thank you. I do hope we can play together. No, it's okay. All is well. I was doing airship stuff once for Yaks FC, and it was during a very emotional moment that I sent out the ships, and that stuff goes across the entire screen. And I was like, darn it. Konog is redacting an uncommon amount of heat. The many layers insulating his head probably aren't helping. Yeah, booty poppin'. Booty poppin' has set sail. Oh, no, I'm a fake bun. In this game. The bun group. What? You collapse is what? You need rest. I really wanted the lop ears, and they're not very good on Vieira. So we have to make do. No, I'm fine. I got to find Anog. Anog wouldn't want you running off after her in this state. Anog, This would just be me if anything happened to you, Miss Q. I would just be laying there like, what do? What do? Simply become potato. This was much farther than I thought. I would have flown. Kono collapsed! We need to do something about that fever. I think some of my wife's supply of remedies survived. I'll go and see. You keep an eye on Kanog. Oh, Wicked White, where did he go? I know he wanted to search for Anog, but how did he even make it out of here? Willpower and hubris? Damn it all, let's go quickly! She just left him to lay on the floor for a year and a half. Who's there? You. Mine ass can just lay on the ground. You should ask around. Find out if anyone saw him go past. Not that I expect they'll be too inclined to help. Still, any lead is better than none at all. I'll speak with my miners. You talk to whoever else. Oh, he took so long to finally say something that I thought I hadn't clicked on him. Finally realized he's no good to us and left, did he? But without him or Anog, who's going to be held responsible for what happened? Their collaborator here, for one. Listen, outsider, I'm sure you thought you were helping, but now we're doomed. Doomed. Now Kanog's missing too. We dropping dwarves like ale from a leaky cask. Well, I hope you find him. The matter of culpability is still unsettled, and I'll never get the villagers to agree on what if the most guilty-looking party's up and vanish. A search for Kanog, you say? That can't be easy. Those twins aren't really the sort to stand still. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary. Not more than usual, at any rate. Certainly no fever-addled dwarves. Do you want to ride? Sprint is a free action. Lolly, I thought I'd never escape Ho. Who knew that questioning every miner in Colmar could be so time-consuming? I hope you weren't waiting too long. Did you learn anything useful? Wish I could say I was surprised. My lot also had some difficulty focusing on the immediate issue, but one of them did see Kanog. It sounds like he was wandering out in the direction of that crater. Again, we should search the area. What's that big wheel? Some kind of machine? An enemy stronghold. Well, that doesn't sound good, though I'm still more concerned about where Kanog might have gone. I have a bad and familiar feeling about this. You think he's inside? He's probably not alone. Here we go again. Use these immediately. The dig site chief is determined to find Kanog, come what may. If you're ready to face whatever's in there, then let's get this over with. The longer we wait, the more I worry. What do you mean, let's? I'm coming with you. I'll leave the dangerous bits to you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. Not anymore. I need to make sure he's safe. Please. I wish there was a way to teleport, but I do not think there is. I think I simply must hoof it once more. They just let me jump into the pit. I'm not using my sprint very well. There's always a pod that I have to take. It's okay. We'll get there. Actually, I don't remember the story very well. And I don't know why. And I didn't do it that long ago. I don't know what's gonna happen. And I don't think I have any idea what's gonna happen in your route, Miss Q. So you'll have to tell me when we see the end of it. Because you have the opposite one. I need that new scholar ability that will let me just cruise. That speed buff. What fresh hell awaits us? Sorry for lagging behind. Have to keep reminding myself not to get distracted. To tell the truth, I'm starting to understand the intrigue. You said that the place you found Connacht before is through here? I'm sure this is still fine. Connacht! Beings of this world, watch closely. Oh. There's no time. Destroy the sphere, quickly. This is bad. We have to get out. Damn it, we're too late. I feel I am owed several explanations. I know you're confused, but there's no time. We must destroy the sphere. 2P's plans are already in motion, and this whole world will be consumed. We won't let that happen. We came to save this world. And now you have a debt to repay. Now we have a debt to repay. You saved 9S, after all. And there's still so much we haven't seen, right, 2B? Focus on the mission. Right. Leave it to us. It'll take everything we've got to stop them. I believe we can succeed, but we'll need your help. Be ready. Fine, but I'll get my explanations from you yet. Duly noted. I'm sorry, Chief. Can you look after Konang? You're sorry? Yes, of course. I'll carry him back and make sure he rests. You look after yourself now, and tell me what all of this is about later. We make for the tower. Weekly reward limits for the last week that we can do this content. Alright, so we have you. I know Yak wanted to come. Yes, come. So normally, Miss Q, when a raid comes out, for the first few months it's out, you can roll on one piece of gear per week. Now I believe, I have not run this in a bit, I believe the gear limitation is gone. However, have you noticed that every NieR raid we get a coin? So you should have a puppets coin. Oh dear. Where's my other coin? We should have 2 coins. We should have... Yes, you should have a manufactured coin and a puppets coin. We all get a tower coin from this one. I don't believe we've actually had a chance to afford any of the gear, so I'll explain this quickly while they all get set up. If you open your currency, you will see that you should have some amount of revelation. You use your revelation to buy Crypt Lurker gear, it's Crypt Lurker gear right now. And then you would use these 3 coins to make it better. So it would be augmented Crypt Lurker's gear. So you would have to run... you get 1 coin a week, so you'd have to run it every week. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks to augment all your gear. That's MMOs, baby. It's not as bad as it seems. You just do it once a week, and it's good. And you get yourself all geared up. One of the pieces of my gear is noticeably low. I'm not gonna pay attention to that. So when we get this coin, you should, I hope, be able to afford. You might not be able to, but I'll get you there. You should get a ring and augment it, because it's probably the one thing you'd be hurting for the most. We are past the point of being able to gear anywhere close to Crypt Lurker, so all we can do is try. Sprightly, I'm so sorry. We also don't have any groceries. We are going tomorrow. Can you wait that long, Sprightly? Why are we just a hunger? Every day your tummy does a gurgle, and every night it does a hurgle. Oh man, what sort of soup should we make you? I'm so excited. Why won't you eat the soup? You don't want to eat soup for a week straight? While I play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker for 72 hours in a row? Non-stop. Just because I have to stream on Akali and then I have to get Casa caught up. I can't go past where Akali is. Because I want to be surprised on stream. I'm gonna be so behind. But that's okay. I will fate grind. You're absolutely right, Sprayling. I just hooked that straight into the bloodstream.
Thank you all for joining us on the attic today. It is our to attend.
Depending on how this goes, I will have to explain how the second boss works. But I'm hoping the other two will just know what they're doing, and I can explain it to you, so you don't have to do it live. No, not the door queue. No, it's not. We don't go through the door. I watched you jump face first into that door just as I left. You can't have it. You might want to put me on focus target. I think wasn't taking it for a while. Okay, so this is out. Good to the sides. And then get into the middle. Tank Buster, so move up and get away from everybody. There you go. Yeah, you probably want to stay up a little bit farther, just so you know. I know, you can make them smaller. So there's a guy to our side, they're each gonna do a different attack, or maybe the same attack, but they each have an attack. So it's out first, to the sides. And then to the sides again. So you want to be in this corner with me over here. These are going to shoot balls, so just dodge the balls. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, up and into the middle. All the way up. And then we want to get behind this box. And now we get behind this, we're getting up against this box. So it'll be middle, right, left. That we need to pay attention to. So far edge. Far edge and center. And then up. All the way. There you go. I will not be part of this hell. Middle, center, and all the way up. Then we're gonna get behind this box. Well, like in front of this. You know what I mean. he's doing this. I think right here is good. Am I wrong? I am wrong. Sorry. I misjudged how wide and narrow that was. So dodge the balls and go out. So it'll be center, right, left, in which the order of things happen. All to the sides. And then up. And then we're gonna go into the center. Oh, good luck, Miss Q.
This power line, 다리게 머리 Here you will experience all the process. 다리게 머리 today another can.
Alright. You should grab Gretel. No, Gretel's being tanked, so grab Hansel. Provoke him. And then come over here with me. There you go. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn him... Oh no, you don't have to turn this one. Okay. So, Hansel's gonna be the one that you take care of. Always the blue ones. I was not trying to attack that one, but, okay. I accidentally healed you and not myself. We want to get in between them. Alright, so make sure you grab the blue eyes again. And bring him back over here. Yeah. Try and keep them center. Or, like, yeah, into the center and then against the wall. So yours is going to have a shield on. Okay? So what you're going to do now is you're going to turn your guy around. So come over here with me. There you go. And he's going to eventually... No. Right here, where I'm standing. There you go. I'll move away. Yeah, and take him like that so that the shield part is open. So that people don't get hurt when they attack him. Yeah. But they'll switch. So we're gonna go up here. And then all the way to the side. This way. This way. No, not that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna wait to see. Yours is going to get shield again. So you're gonna turn him around. There you go. Very good. Alright, so they're gonna do that, but it's gonna be the opposite, so we do want to be in this. So they're gonna switch the way the lances are held. So you got your blue one, he's over here now. Yeah. You're gonna pull him back. Or no, they're gonna stay there. Okay. So then what we're gonna do is they're gonna dart across the arena. We're gonna go over here. It's not good. We're gonna get a little bit beamed. There we go. Oh fuck. Sorry. I have misled you terribly. I didn't see their spears. Grab your blue guy. Yeah. There you go. And you can pull him back here. There you go. There you go. Go back a little bit further. They're still a little too close together. There you go. So yours is gonna have lance. You don't have to worry about turning him around. Alright, you're gonna turn yours around. There you go. Yeah, yours is a little... It's gonna have to be the other tank that pulls back. Well, hold on. Stay where you are. The other tank has to pull his back. There you go. Yeah, you don't have to turn. Yeah, when they get too close, they both get shields. But you literally couldn't go back anymore. I got you. This is gonna be in again? So yours is dead. So you don't have to worry anymore. You did a very good job. You did better than most of the tanks I have been in here. Oh no! Were they really? Pain. Are those bad boys on right now? I didn't even notice. I was just trying to help Q stay on leg. Be like, okay, now you gotta be over here and over here. Don't be scared. Be brave. Yeah, you're doing very good. Oh no, Sue. You don't have to worry too much about tanking these. Just kill them. That's fine. So don't stand on the red stuff. It will kill you instantly. So what you want to do is you want to hide behind this white block, these white blocks over here. So wherever like the white thing is, white will protect you from light, if that makes sense. Those are AoEs. So now black will protect against black. So hide behind a black square. I think I almost died. So a white meteor is crashing down, so you want to hide behind a white meteor. Or, I'm sorry, a white block so you don't get hit by the meteor. Tank busters, mitigate, very good. Good. Follow me for this, follow me for this. Yeah, follow them then. Think, mitigate, you have lots of wounds. Yeah, I got you. I know, you had 2 wounds. And you're a touch under-geared, because you can't get anything to drop for you. So, you need to be black to destroy white cubes, and you use your 2 button to change colors, and then white to destroy black cubes. So turn into a black ship, and now turn into a white ship. And shoot this thing with the 1 button. Now turn into a black ship. Stand on the red. Yeah, don't stand it. Are you chained? Okay, so watch what happens when with people with chains. So she pulls them in pulls them in a certain direction, so they force march, and they have to go land on a safe spot. So you stand in bad and move to good, based on the direction that she is going to force you to walk in. Are you chained? She's going forward. Here, I'll grab you. There, yeah. There you go. I think I lost sight of you, actually. Well, close. That's not bad. You didn't walk into the red line and instantly die, so that's something. You're also main tank, so congratulations. That's what you have, you were God's chosen tank. If you get a tank monster on you, what you should do is like just move up here to be safe. But this is something else going on. So we want to hide behind this black one over here. Yep. And now we want to hide behind this white one over here. We want to hide behind this black one over here. And now we want to be right, yes, we want to be right here. To avoid both the black and the white meteors. That's a lot of bots. She's gonna pull the girls. So you just gotta find a safe spot. If you can... There we go. Tank busties. Mitigate. Oof. I think you got clipped by another tank. You should have just stayed still. No, don't. You need to... If you're in a group of people, like in the middle where you shouldn't be, then yes, you should move up and get out of the way. If you are like in that corner like you were, people need to move from you. You are far out of the way. So you gotta kind of judge your own distance. Yeah, you were in that corner. There was nowhere else for you to go, so other people had to move. And if somebody dies, that's on them. It's on you if you're in like a group, like in the middle, where DPS belong. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's time to fight. Oh, I think this is in middle. Yes. Okay. And then the next one will be out to the sides. out to the sides for the one. Yeah, so we're gonna be in a corner. So middle for that one, but out to the sides for this one. So we want to be over here. Middle for this one, and out to the side. So we want to be right in the right. So these are going to be AoEs, and then you're also going to have to dodge balls. Out to the sides. And middle. There you go. The mini bosses, it's because their animation of like what's not safe, it feels flipped from what it usually is. So like you see the lights and you're like, oh, I need to go out, but it's actually in. Or you see like the laser beam in the middle and you're like, oh, I need to go in, but it's actually out. It throws me off. What will it take for these things to stay dead? No! Stop that! We want to go the opposite way the wheel is turning, and off the squares that it's like covering. There we go. I think it'll do it again in the opposite direction, so we just go all the way over. So the dots are gonna fall, like, from there, and that's how you know which ones are gonna shoot lasers. So just move yourself according to how they're dropping. So once these go off, we can move back to the left. We can stay here for a minute. We can still continue to stay in the middle. Once these go off, we're gonna move to the right slightly. There we go. And then we are good. To the left. All the way. I want to scoot up just a little bit because of where these things are going. If you look behind you real quick. Yeah, so people drop those when they leave. They line AoEs. We want to stay right where we are. No wall. Alright, so if you look beneath you, you will see a building. We need to go this way, but without falling off, we need to go all the way in this corner, because the building is going to come up through this or through the floor. Same thing again, so we're gonna go this direction. It's really funny when someone gets hit by that. They get sent through the air. I bet you can figure this one out. You actually do, but which string? You see? It's also funny when people get hit by those. Now it's changed. These are tank things. Mitigate. These are, we want to be behind her or in front of her. She's going to do another one. That's a straight line. We want to be on her sides. A little bit further out than it appears. There we go. So we have little black and white discs around us. The thing in the middle is going to tell us a ring is going to come down. We want to match the color with the ring falling. So white first. Make sure you're... And then it'll be black, so you turn as needed. And then white. White facing white. The next time you get a tank mechanic, yeah, use your Super Bowl line. Okay, so we're gonna get up against this blue circle. And then up against this next blue circle. Are you okay? And we want to get over here. Is cute? Yeah, over here. That's how it's supposed to. You're just a little potato. So we have to dodge orbs while also matching the color in the middle. Yeah. Don't worry about DPS. So it's white first. White again. And then black. Wings, so we get in front and behind her. We want to get to her side. Trains again. And then we've got the balls. Tank Buster, mitigate, super good because you have a volt. I just think you're doing that sort of thing too late. You didn't need to super bolt. You just needed to mitigate. You needed to use everything you had. I can't fucking see what's happening. The building, okay. It's her res macro. It doesn't mean anything. No. Yeah, I'll say mitigation is not something you can cast last minute. Once that cast bar starts happening, you've got to start popping your stuff. What we get? What we get? You do not. This is the only place you could get it. Yes. No clothes. I will buy you, or I will make. Well, I don't know if I'll have time to make you. I will buy you Exarctic clothes and get you all squared away before Endwalker. Actually rolled really well on the minions. Those are hairstyles. You will be able to wear them when Endwalker comes out. They fixed it, so Vierican will have new hairstyles for you. So while you cannot use them now, you will be able to use them when Endwalker drops. It is 2B's hair and 9S's hair. I think you would look really cute in 2B's hair. Everyone looks terrible in 9S's hair. We can't let it keep opening. Back me up here, 2B. What are you doing? I'll help you from the other side. Take care of Konog. Alert! Unit 2B and 9S vital systems offline. Save data found in memory regions. Initiating playback. This is Yorha Unit 2B recording. We discovered that our enemies, the white-clothed androids, the tower, the Colossal Girl came from that white orb, as did 9S and I. It's a gate between worlds, and its purpose is to destroy this one. As long as 9S and I are on this side, it can never be closed. We have to go. But we'll save the memories of our reunion, and of the time we spent in this world with you. Some things are just too precious to lose. So thank you. Playback ended. Lolly, that scared the shit out of me, ho. The tower just up and disappeared. It sort of folded in on itself in the blink of an eye. Glad to see that you're safe, though. Relieved as he is that you and Kanog are safe, the dig site chief wishes to know of Anog's fate. So, what happened in there? Well, I don't pretend I understood half of that. Can't say metaphysics is my area of expertise. Still, I knew that those androids in white and their weird orb were trouble. And you're saying that you gave them the what for, so they won't be coming back, which is good, right? Glad to hear it. Thanks for risking your neck for us. Where's Anna, though? And your android friends, for that matter. Seems like they should have come back with you. I'm sorry. But no, but why? It just don't seem fair. I was holding out hope, you know, that everyone would be fine, and life would go back to normal. I should have known better, sure, but... Someone will need to tell the villagers, again. As for Kanak, can you speak with him? I managed to talk him out of running back in there as soon as he woke up, but this... It might be better coming from you. Or maybe I'm just a coward. Has everything, dialogue-wise, been the same for you? I imagine we'll get lots of differences now. You're back, but where's everyone else? No, she can't be gone. She wouldn't leave me forever. But if she did, there'd be no one left to... A letter? From Anog? Kanog, I've been to another world. I've seen it. What does she mean? She, the world, they're constructs? That's hardly a reason to run off on her own. She could've... I would've. I have something I need to do, so... The watch belongs to the chief's wife. I found it when I was clearing rubble earlier. It was broken, but I went ahead and fixed it. She'd probably like it back, so can you give it to the chief for me? Wouldn't they be happier if you delivered it yourself? No, don't kneel in that, that's all oily. I get my dress all dirty. I can't. I need to... Never mind, I'm sorry. I appreciate all that you've done for us. If only I was as strong as you are. Maybe someday. did it go? Something for the missus. Wait. We thought this was gone for good. She'll be glad to have it back. It's all she has left of her parents. Why didn't Kanad come in person, though? He must have known we'd want to thank him. No, not him too. It seems that you once again caused have caused to comfort a distraught dwarf. He left a letter of farewell. He's gone. I wish I could have done something. Anything. We've lost them both, and it's our own fault. We drove them to this. This can't be right. What do you plan to do about it? I don't know what I should do. I don't know how to make things right, but... The villagers need to understand that we can't keep on like this. They might be better listeners now that they don't have to live in fear anymore. If they can believe that that's the case, that is, would you mind sticking around? It seems more credible coming from the both of us. I'm here for as long as you need me. I knew you would be. You're always willing to do what needs doing. I'm ready to do my part too. Wait here. Now that you're all here, I have an important announcement. The Collies put an end to those machines and their plot. That means the danger's past, but more importantly, it's time we took a look into the future. We'll need to come together. Hold your iron frogs. Even if those things are gone, this ain't over. The culprit needs to be brought to justice. How can you expect people to move forward if we don't set an example? That's right. We want to see consequences. Death. Mutilation. Do you really? We need to talk them down, or we'll never get anywhere with this, bloodthirsty bastards. I only need to do what Glag says, right? Then he won't blame me, and whatever happens, it won't be my fault. You think that will protect you? Won't it? I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't done anything. I'm gonna scare the shit out of these dwarves. The sooner we do away with the culprit, the sooner we can all relax. You know I'm right. Glag thinks so too. You'd change your tune if the finger were pointed at you. You wouldn't dare accuse me. Everyone knows I'm innocent. Don't they? All we need is one or two people to take the blame. The rest of us can go back to our normal lives. You'd build your life by are you planning to volunteer? Why should I? I've done nothing wrong. No, not a single thing. Justice should be swift and decisive, I say. Nothing so satisfying as the headman's axe coming down. And if it comes down on the wrong person? At least we'll be able to put this mess behind us. Forget the whole thing. I can't think about it anymore. I just can't. The most prudent course is to cooperate with Clag and rid the village of the guilty party. Then everything will be as it was. Will it? Of course it will be. It has to be. Believe me, if there were a better way. Well, they've settled down a bit, at least. Thanks for that. So, still sober, eh? Then I'll ask, what do you reckon we should do? Stop this before it's too late. Maybe the outsider's right. We'll never agree on who should take the blame for the attack, which means the real problem is Glag. I did feel a lot more confident before he started telling us to listen to the other perspectives. He's been trying to turn us against each other, but he's the elder here. Shouldn't he have seen our village fiery destruction by skybound machines coming? What? No! No one could have foreseen this, no matter how wise they are, or how hard they try. No one's right every time. We've made mistakes here. Believe me, Anna, Canna, Glog, the whole lot of you, and me, all of us. We failed each other. Alas, there he goes again. Oh, not that way. Oops. Lolly, sorry you had to see that hoe. I may not be cut out for public speaking. I won't give up on putting Comra back together, though, in whatever way I can. I don't know what we should have done, but there's nothing for it but to try and do better. Day by day, moment by moment. Day by day, moment by moment. I admit it. I feel better knowing you'll be around. Pardon me? I was thinking about what you said, and I realized I probably haven't been the most helpful. I'm choosing to try harder from now on, so if you need another pair of hands... You're more than welcome to join us. Though I'd say we're all past our due for a little breather, after all that's happened. Take a rest, Chief's orders. Understood, I'll just be over there then, with my thoughts. Yep, not a problem. He's a little odd, but he's got the spirit. I look forward to putting the both of you to work. At your earliest convenience, of course. So, I believe the NieR quests start being weekly. So you could do the first one. And then every week you do a little bit more until you get to the end of the story. I think it's like I think it's 2 months worth of, so 8 weeks worth of stuff, I think, if I remember correctly. We have a lot to get through. Diamond Weapon is also, we have a lot of story to get through with that. So we should head over to that and then finish up patch 5.55. So, let's go do Diamond Weapon. I will do these, when I go back to Eureka and Boja, I do Doma every week, and I'll just add this to the roster. we'll stop at Tomra and do our NieR quest, and then we will stop at Doma and give them money, and then we'll stop at and then we'll do Eureka and then Boja, and that's how that will go. But not for a few weeks, because it'll all be Endwalker. But when we get back to that sort of thing. But Diamond Weapon, I know how much you love that storyline. Come along. Yes, we are. We are in a party. We're in a crossworld party, so you don't get my teleport. And I can't fly. So come along. Come on. Ugh. The quest we are looking for is in memory. The Resistance troops wish to help their newfound allies in Turncliffe. Akali, I was hoping I might have a word with you. Ever since Turncliffe was liberated, we've been sending troops to aid in getting the town back on its feet, helping the residents, that sort of thing. We Alamigans know how hard life can be for a society struggling to stand on its own after years of Imperial rule. A lot of what most people would take for granted has to be rebuilt from the ground up. While we're able to assist when it comes to providing basic resources and keeping the place safe, there are countless other problems that need attending to. If you could spare the time, we could use your help. Bless you, Akali, you really are a saint. I'm sure the people of Turncliffe will benefit from having someone like you around. Once you're ready, have a word with your usual escort. I wish you all the best. You might not actually have time for 5.55. I just know how long this is. So the boss roped you into helping, did he? I knew you couldn't say no. Come on. We gotta do it. Come on. You're the one who piloted the war mechana and defeated the sapphire weapon, aren't you? I thought so. I have heard much about you, but I doubt you know who I am. My name is Vilnia, and I grew up here. I stayed throughout the occupation and was put to work as a Magitech engineer. Thanks to you and yours, we are now rid of the Imperials, though I fear many of us will struggle to put the past behind us. For 10 long years, we suffered at their hands. A whole generation of young people were forced into the army and sent off to die in some distant land. I suppose I could be considered one of the lucky few. My work here kept me away from the battlefield, and I hoped that my contributions might help the others live long enough to make their way home. In the end, most of them never returned. Though my efforts were in vain, I can at least honor their memory. I want to leave something behind for their sake, to prove that they haven't been forgotten. A monument bearing their names. To ensure that not a single person is omitted, I need to see the official list of conscripts. If one still exists, it would be inside the Imperial facility beneath the town. But with the Resistance troops and ironwork engineers closing the place off, I can't get near. Perhaps you might have a word with them for me? I'll leave as soon as I find the list. Yes, you are more than welcome to take this. I don't know how long it is till we'll get into that trial, though. Thank you. I'll follow your lead. Oh, is this place completely instanced? You're not in here with me? Oh, that's weird. It's way big enough for multiple people. Something I can help you with? I see. It's a bit unusual for one of the locals to show interest in the Imperial leavings, but it seems she has her reasons. Since we're still carrying out our investigations, we've closed the place off to prevent anyone interfering. Considering it's you who's asking, though, I can hardly say no. Still, I'd better go with her, in case the others kick up a fuss. You're very kind. I'm sorry for any trouble I've caused. You have my thanks. Think nothing of it. I was glad to help. As I had suspected, the Imperials just kept detailed records of the local conscripts. One name in particular stood out to me. My friend, Melissendia. I had no idea she'd been assigned to the 7th Legion of all places. How did you know her? It all began when we were serving together in the 14th Legion. We had much in common, both being drafted from the same occupied territory, and we soon became firm friends. Then one day she was sent to fight in Eorzea while I remained here. The day before she left, she came to say goodbye together with her foster siblings from the orphanage. The youngest one, Rickon, was particularly upset about not being allowed to speak with their adoptive father, Gaius van Belsar, before they were departed. It was actually another of his orphans, Livia Sas Junius, who forbade them from seeing him. I can't say for certain, but it seemed that Livia had a strong attachment to Gaius, and wouldn't let anyone else near him. As far as I could tell, he tried his best to keep Livia at arm's length whenever possible. But her devotion to him was bordering on obsession, and she became extremely jealous at the slightest sign of affection between him and his other wards. Others, however, treated them far more kindly. In fact, a Prophetess Castorium of the 14th Legion came specifically to meet them. While I was surprised that a Rogadin had risen to such a rank, I was even more taken back by the unguarded manner in which he spoke with his subordinates, and I had hoped that with people like him serving on the Eorzean front, they would be in safe hands. Then the time came for Melissendia to leave. We shared a few final words, and then she was gone. It would be the last I ever saw of her. After that, I was assigned to the Tribunus Laticlavis of the 14th, NieR Tolskavia, and I worked on restoring the Ultima weapon. I was even at the Praetorium on the day it was destroyed, but I escaped aboard an Imperial ship moments before it came crashing down. I eventually made my way back to Werlet, only to be drafted into the 7th Legion to continue working on the weapon project. Even now, it makes me sick to my stomach to think I'd helped bring those abominations into the world. Using a living pilot to feed the weapons core was part of the design from the very beginning. Of course, they'd never dream of subjecting a true-born Garlean to such barbaric treatment, not when the 7th Legion has a ready supply of provincial conscripts ripe for the taking. The pilots were referred to only by their code names, and we engineers were not made privy to their true identities. Even with this list of conscripts, I still don't know who was sacrificed in the name of the weapon project. Your skills and knowledge can finally be put to good use. But what can I do? For years, all I've known is how to build tools of destruction. The 7th Legion is far from finished. They're biding their time, waiting until the right moment to unleash the final weapon. And when they do, it will bring naught but death and woe to all who stand in their way. Even after everything they've taken from us, they still want more. If it weren't for the Empire, Melissendia would still be here. She was the kindest person I'd ever met, but the Empire was just another pawn in their games. I will never forget her. There's a way I can make a difference. I know there is. But first, I need to speak with members of the Ironworks. I have a feeling that war mechana you used to beat Sapphire Weapon will be called into action again. Until then, there's little time to make improvements, and I intend to help. I'll still be going ahead with the plan to build a monument. But stopping the Empire must come first. I hope Miss Lindy and the others can wait a little longer. Before I go, allow me to express my gratitude. I don't know what I'd have done if it weren't for you. Until we meet again. Did you hear that, Q? Gaius trying to keep Livia at arm's length. She was just so crazy and jealous, you know. All those women emotions made her absolutely bananas. It's fucking garbage. Where am I supposed to go? Can I leave? I want to get out of here. That's some World of Warcraft tier rating right there. Yeah, it would have been better if they had never mentioned her. But instead, not only, I don't know if she was always one of Gaius's orphans, or if she was just, because that I genuinely can't remember. But they further implied that she was one of his orphans, and that she was crazy jealous and always wanted to be with him. But that still doesn't neglect the scene all the way in ARR where they're clearly fucking. So like, you've actually made this worse. You've made it worse, actually. Ugh. It's so frustrating. So how was your time in Turncliffe? It sucked. I see. Fate has dealt her a cruel hand, but now she has the chance for a fresh start. The same could be said for the whole of Turncliffe. It seems the liberation of that one small town will become a pivotal moment in Werlet's history. Perhaps it won't be too long before the rest of the region is free from the Empire. Naturally, we'd be honored to fight alongside the people of Werlet. We won't rest until the Imperials are sent fleeing with their tails between their legs. Until that day arrives, we'll carry on doing our bit to support you and the others in the ending of the weapon project. I'll be sure to pass on any pertinent information in the meantime. Take care. The Resistance troops have received intriguing information from Werlet. I wasn't expecting to see you here, considering all that's happening about Eorzea of late. Still, if you have a mind to assist us, we'd like to share the latest developments in Werlet. And as luck would have it, here comes the ideal person to explain the situation. Thanks. I'll take it from here. Oh, Minago. You've been dragged into this storyline? I'm glad to see you looking so well, Akali. You can call her the wrong name. It's been too long, Minago. Yes, it certainly has. I haven't seen you around Ralger's Reach much lately. Anyone would think you're trying to avoid me. You'll never get those deliveries from me. But as much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I'm afraid I've got some serious business to discuss. Following the liberation of Turncliffe, it seems the people of Werlet also have their hearts set on freeing themselves from the grip of the Empire. Like-minded citizens have rallied under the banner of the Werlet Revolutionaries, and they aim to dispose the 7th Legion that currently occupies the city. Their ranks include many former conscripts, and between them, they possess no small amount of combat experience. The only thing they lack is someone to lead them. After much consideration, they decided to turn to none other than Gaius Belsar. Of course, many would balk at the thought of turning to a former enemy, and many did, but desperate times call for desperate measures. His reputation as a legatus speaks for itself, and as most Alamigans will attest, he's far more reasonable and a pragmatic leader than his predecessor, the Mad King Theodric, or his successor Xenos, for that matter. But most importantly, he was the one who led the invasion of Werlet in the first place, so who better than him to take it back? Well, I don't think it works that way. I don't actually think... It's so bad. After accepting their offer, he requested the delivery of additional arms and provisions from the Alamigan resistance. This man should be hung by his bootstraps. You can't... Oh, we cannot be painting Gaius as some kind of resistance hero. We've got our hands full dealing with the Telelafri, so as do the rest of our allies in Eorzea, but we'll do what we can. While my comrades see to the preparations, I've been assigned to meet with him in person. It is infuriating, actually. I'm even angrier the second time around because I'm paying attention. I was wondering, could you accompany me to Turncliffe? Thanks, Akali. To be perfectly honest, coming face to face with the Black Wolf is a rather daunting prospect, even if he has supposedly turned over a new leaf. But I'm sure having you there would make a world of difference. It's so weird. I believe you're acquainted with our escort, yes? Let him know when you're ready to get going. I liked Gaius. I was never mad that Gaius was still alive. I was like, no, that's fair. I liked him when we saw him in the steppe, or in the burn, and he was like, I'm hunting Ascians, but he still very much was like, the Garlean conquest. Still like, alive and well in his heart, and then when he was done killing Ascians, he was definitely back on that train. He never gave any implication that conquest was bad. And this whole side story just undoes that. And he's like, I it's so bad. Another trip to Turncliffe, is it? Where? I'm sorry. Are you that mad? It's frustrating because you could have done a lot with Gaius's character, but we've put him in this instead. Gaius Belsar, I presume. I come bearing the Alamigan Resistance's official reply to your request for aid. Not in 1,000 years should this have ever happened. I see. You have my thanks. Does this mean we can finally make our move? With the assistance of the Alamegans, we will soon have sufficient arms at our disposal to stand a chance at victory. But lest we forget, the 7th Legion has been conserving in strength thus far, and we must be prepared for severe casualties should its full might be brought to bear. If our lives must be the price of freedom, we will pay it willingly. Let me be clear. We Alamegans have not forgotten that it was you who led the invasion of our homeland. The blood of our fallen loved ones is on your hands. Even so, the people of Orlet chose you to lead the revolution, and we will honor their decision. I only hope they will not come to regret it. As do I. Should I be found unworthy of their trust, I will submit to their judgment, and whatever that they may entail. Don't smile at him. Okay. Forgive me, but we might return to the task at hand. First, I would like to discuss the transportation of supplies from Alamigo. This way, if you please. Once again, I prepare to lead an army into Orlet. The irony is not lost on me. It is a true twist of fate that these people, so desperate from years of oppression, should return to their conqueror for salvation. For most of my life, I believed that only the Empire possessed the strength and wisdom to lead mankind, that only through great sacrifice could civilization hope to thrive. And so I led the conquest of Eorzea, forcing the doctrine of Garlemald upon the ignorant and uncivilized. In every territory, I sought out those with the potential for greatness, without regard for one's birth or circumstances, that they may serve the Empire. But there are those, such as Valens, who see being born Garlean a virtue in itself, one above all others. To think that a monster such as he should be granted the position of legatus and everything that entails, it makes my blood boil. Valens brings shame upon our homeland and makes mock of the ideals it once stood for. But by my hand he shall pay for his fall crimes. We're running out of time, Gaius. We have to go after her. There's something I would show you, but not here. Come with me. I can't run on this. Garbage town. You must keep this to yourself. I do not want soldiers to think I am being distracted by personal matters. The letter was found in her room. Dear Father, I am sorry for leaving without goodbye, but the thought of Alphonse suffering alone is more than I can bear. For his sake, and for the freedom of Warlet, I have decided to take matters into my own hands. I know of a way to save him, a way to end it all. I have to seize this chance before it is too late. My mind is set. Please do not try to stop me, Father. The days we spent together were the happiest of my life, and no matter what happens, nothing can take that away from me. With all my love, Allie. She is heading for the 7th Legion stronghold in Warlet. I am certain of it. Taking matters into her own hands. She must be planning to take control of one of the weapons. If so, there's no time to waste. We have to mobilize our forces and save Allie and Alphonse. Want nothing more than to save them, but I cannot ask the Warlet revolutionaries to risk their lives to rescue 2 Imperial soldiers. In any case, if we were to rush into battle without adequate preparation, the 7th Legion would tear our partisan army to shreds. And as a capable warrior as Akali is, if she were to charge headlong into the heart of the enemy, she would be overwhelmed by sheer numbers. But if we don't do something, Allie and Alphonse are as good as dead. I know Severa, and so did Allie when she wrote that letter. Returning alive was never part of her plan. Can you hear me? I'm in Warlet, just outside Castrum Colonium. All hells has broken loose. There was an enormous explosion, and through the smoke and flames, I saw what appeared to be another weapon. At this rate, the entire... Confound it, we have lost the signal. This must be what Allie spoke of in her letter, a way to end it all. Alphonse and the others were planning this from the beginning, to bring the weapon project to completion and use it to free Warlet from the Empire, even at the cost of their own lives. If the revolutionaries were to hear that a weapon has been unleashed upon the Imperial headquarters, they would see it as a perfect opportunity to strike. If it's running amok, it may not distinguish between our allies and the Imperials. A large force would draw too much attention, but the 3 of us should be able to get close enough without it noticing us. I don't want... Between us, we'll find a way to save them. I cannot allow it. This is my burden to bear, and I shall bear it alone. I'll have you know that my record for surviving dangerous missions is impeccable, so far. Very well. For the time being, I will have the revolutionaries stand by and await my signal. An opportunity to reclaim Warlet may yet present itself, but we must first be allowed to remove the threat of this new weapon. Severa have Sid ready the G-Warrior. Understood. Once your preparations are complete, let us reconvene outside the hangar. I don't want to ride that thing again. No, no, no. How wonderful it is to see you again, my dear. I was beginning to think that you weren't coming back. In my impatience, I may have vented my frustrations on that brother of yours. I do hope you'll forgive me. Lord Valens, you mentioned before that the previous weapons were merely prototypes used to gather combat data within their cores. Yes, very good. I see you were paying attention after all. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. The primals that they absorbed and the data they accumulated will serve a singular purpose. completion of my masterpiece, the diamond weapon. But while you and your siblings were able to retrieve the necessary data from the ruby weapon before Gaius and his lackeys arrived, Sapphire and Emerald were handed to the enemy on silver platter. Those worthless curs failed to meet even my exceedingly low expectations. As detailed in my report, I took it upon myself to infiltrate Gaius Balsar's band of rebels and reclaim the data. Yes, you have done well, my dear. My engineers have already finished feeding it to the diamond weapon. Then all that remains is for me to assume my role as its pilot, and for you to release my brother and the rest of our compatriots, as per our agreement. Of course, of course. A handful of savages is a small price to pay for your remarkable talents. Even though the weapon project's revolutionary technology allows even an untrained pilot to fly with the skills of a veteran soldier, only the truly gifted can draw out the full potential of the synthetic orosite. In addition to their physical attributes and combat prowess, I require unwavering loyalty before I can even consider entrusting a candidate with one of my creations, and you are everything I desire. I am honored that you regard me so highly, Lord Valens. However, in return for my continued cooperation, I wish to propose an extra condition to our arrangement. I request that the people of Werlit be given full imperial citizenship and the right to self-govern. I don't think that's something that he can do. I don't think that's something he can do. I think you need an emperor, the emperor for that. My, how very bold of you, and quite astute at that. Yes, I could grant the people of Werlit citizenship if I so desired. Unfortunately, a mere legatus such as myself is in no position to simply relinquish control of an imperial territory on a whim. Come now, we both know that the weapons are but a means to an end. Your true intent is to march on the capital and claim it for yourself, correct? Once you've taken the throne, one small territory would seem a fair reward for those who played a vital role in the assassination of the Empire's assassination, Emperor Valens. I say, for someone so sweet and innocent, you certainly drive a hard bargain. Very well, if it's Werlit you want, it's yours. I'll soon have no need for stinking backwater provinces anyway. And what about my brother? Ah, yes, Alwick, or was it Alfred? Whatever his name is, you don't need to worry. I've made special arrangements for him. He'll be perfectly safe, provided you uphold your side of the agreement. Excellent! Now let's get you aboard the diamond weapon, shall we? One step closer to my coronation. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I know this isn't what Father would have wanted, but it's the only way. Please, please forgive me. Right? Why does she think he'll do what he says? Why? Initiating the synthetic orosite system. All sensors activated. So far, so good. I actually don't think she does think that. She just needs to kill him with this, I think, is her goal. Diamond weapon. Codename Xenos. Commencing activation sequence. Behold, perfection itself. Islandia, Rickon, and Rex gave their lives. The others may live without fear. The Orosite is taking hold. I'm just glad you didn't have to go through this, Alphonse. But you'll have to go on without me. You and Father must still work together too. Ah! I'm sorry. I can't be there at your side. This is the only way. What's that, my dear? Is something the matter? The diamond weapon is mine. Your tyranny ends here, Valens. Lowborn filth! If you think your little performance had me fooled, you are sorely mistaken. What are you waiting for? Shut it down! Yes, my lord. Transmitting deactivation signal. Oh, it's not responding! Did you think he was just gonna let you do that? No one in this short story has a single functioning brain cell. That innocent whelp had me worried for a moment. Bring her to me alive, even if it means damaging the machine. When I'm through with her, she will beg for death. I can't let it end like this. Miss Landia, Recon Rex, guide my hand. Alphonse, wherever you are, lend me your strength. Combat sample ready. Initiating Overmind. Subject name. Overmind? What is that? This can't be. It's ignoring the shutdown signal and initiating Overmind. But how? I don't care how. Stop that thing before it brings down the whole Castro. Ready to depart? I'll send for Master Garland. Well, we all expected another weapon to appear sooner or later, but not quite like this. According to Valduin, after it finished laying waste to the headquarters of the 7th Legion, it took to the sky. Though this has dealt a massive blow to the Imperial forces, I'm certain that Ali is on board that weapon. It must be halted before she comes to harm. And for that, I need the G-Warrior and airships to transport it. I see that one thing hasn't changed since your days as the Black Wolf. Your penchant for gigantic war machina. But if this means the G-Warrior has another chance to shine, I'd be happy to oblige. Only this time, rather than having it unceremoniously towed by airships, I have a more dynamic entrance in mind. It's good to see you again, Akali. From what I hear, we have you to thank for Alina volunteering to help the Ironworks. Since she has joined the team, our work has come on leaps and bounds. I'm just grateful for the opportunity to finally put my knowledge and skills to good use. And as far as I can tell, your target is the diamond weapon, the most powerful of them all. What's worse, its design incorporates all the combat data and abilities of the other weapons, making it far more formidable than those you encountered before. Thankfully, we've had time to prepare for such an occasion. Would you care to elaborate? Let me put it like this. Thanks to Alvina's tireless dedication, the G-Warrior has been reborn. But there'll be time to explain more on the way. Come on, the Enterprise is waiting. Very impressive, but may I ask what purpose it serves? Since our objective is to rescue the pilot, we've added a means of capturing the diamond weapon. We've come to save lives, not end them. And for that reason, the G-Warrior has been reborn. I present to you the G-Savior. Having PTSD looking at that arena. Not again. I can't go back. I'll be monitoring the situation from the Enterprise. Should things take a turn for the worse, I'll be ready to intervene. Once again, Sid and his engineers have provided precisely what we require before we even knew ourselves. Due to the addition complexity, we'll have Gaius pilot while Akali handles the various armaments. Agreed. There can be little opportunity for us to grow accustomed to our roles, but even so, we must succeed at all costs. No. The G-Warrior is carrying this platform. One of my accessories is very noticeably low. So you need to have your tank stance on, doesn't matter who's main tank so much, so long as both of you are 1 and 2. Target in sight. Pin it down with a salvo of missiles. Threat detected. Returning fire. You can fall off, so be careful. Oh, doing it. You just started. That's okay. You and Yak need to stay a little bit away from each other, so come more like over here. There you go. Want to use these little teleporters? There's one on your side too. We do it again. This way. Yak's gonna go. You need to go to the far end of the. Don't teleport. Yeah, don't teleport, but there you go. Don't come near us. You're getting fired. Lasers are firing at you. There you go. To get to the end of this circle. Oh, I almost walked off the edge. Want to go on this side right here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yes. I think mitigate if you have that, but I think only Yak has that. So he's gonna jump right here. We need to push ourselves back into this corner. Oh, it's not that bad on it. It's not normal. Alright, and... he's gonna go... I think, yeah, right here is gonna be safe. He's looking at that one, so stay here. You need to grab Boss if he comes back down. scoot a little bit closer to me. There you go. Those are gonna drop AoEs. Try not to kill the other person. So come over to this side. Now we need to jump over. And then get in between these. Yak's gonna take yours, and then you go, or, oh, yeah, oh, further down, further down, further down. I'm gonna help you. Containment field won't hold. Did you have a good time? That wasn't as hard as NieR. Yak's gonna give you some solid tanking advice. That's the purple button. It's one of your roll buttons, yeah. She's only a little baby. When will she learn? It's okay. You did good job. You only have to run away from people if you have put yourself in an inconvenient spot. So for example, the whole party was like over here for the most part, right? If you were also here and you got one of those tank busters, then yes, you have to move. But if you are over here away from like 90% of the party and the samurai is standing on top of you, then the samurai dies. The DPS need to have their own awareness of where they are standing. So long as you are not in like a spot where you're not supposed to, then you don't have to move for your tank busters, and you should let other people move to adjust. So like when you were in NieR and you were in this far corner and there was the other tank and then there was like some DPS, you should have stayed right here and the DPS should have moved. And the other tank should have moved over because you literally had nowhere else to go but across them, and that's how you died. So it's just like only if you have like positioned yourself in a group of a gaggle of people. But if you are minding your own place, if you're minding your own business way over here, then you don't have to. Do not worry. You stand where you are and you mitigate. And if the samurai stands on top of you, then the samurai stands on top of you. That's not your business. Yeah, hold your ground. You have rights. We must reach the diamond weapon before the Imperials. The more you move, the more of a clusterfuck you make it. And then the more people do get killed. In all the years since the invasion, this place has hardly changed. I was expecting to find some sign of the 7th Legion here, but it would appear the diamond weapon has already taken them out of the equation. I pray we are not too late. Allie! Please, take her back to Turncliffe. I have some unfinished business to attend to. Now to learn what has become of Alphonse. If you have a score to settle, now is your chance. Show yourself. Come to gloat, have you, Gaius? It's not over yet. You certainly have an instinct for self-preservation. Would expect nothing less from the coward who sacrificed his own soldiers to further his ambitions. How dare you speak to me of ambitions? You are the one who stood in my way at every turn. If it not for your meddling, the Empire would have been mine. Mine! Enough of your delusions of grandeur. Where is Alphonse? Why, he's right in front of you. What? Once you hear the answer, you'll kick yourself for not realizing it sooner. You see, in all of the previous models, the combat data was either incomplete or unstable in some way, making their performance in battle wildly unpredictable. But then an idea struck me. Rather than using data gathered in battle, I should be using something a little more realistic. It turns out that the beloved boy of yours was quite brilliant when he put his mind to it. But by my ingenuity, he has been reborn as the core of this greatest machine ever devised. None but Lord Valens van Varro could conceive of such a marvel. And to think that Allie came here to steal the diamond weapon to save her brother, only to find he'd already become a part of it. Perhaps it wasn't the reunion she'd envisioned, but I'm sure she was grateful nonetheless. Oh, that might explain why Overmind activated all by itself. It was clearly the attempt to protect his precious sister. A fascinating anomaly, but I can't stand disobedience. That such atrocities should continue unabated is proof of the rot that has spread throughout the Empire. Your crimes are an affront to not only Garlemald, but to all mankind, and now you will die. You've forgotten, Gaius. I've seen your data. I know your every move. Such pitiable swordsmanship is a relic of the past, just like you. This wasn't in my data. You just gonna leave him there? Alive? Reactivating synthetic orocyte system. Took one hit. This can't be. How is it still functional? Removing memory inhibitors. You... stop this at once. Please let me go. Ardbert... No, Armfend... Or, Even the names of those you sacrificed in your twisted experiments are beneath your notice. You are beyond redemption. Who are you to judge me, Gaius? Do you remember the names of the tens of thousands of men and women and children killed for the sake of your conquests? I do not deny the blood spilled at my behest, nor will I run from my past. This is why I fight, to prevent the wrongs I committed from being repeated. No, stop, I beg you. You can't do this to me. I'm Valens von Varro. Better than Gaius. Better than all of them. It can't end this way. Alphonse. Alphonse, my son, I have failed you. But this is not the end. I will see your dreams fulfilled. This I swear. I ask only that you, Melissendia, Rigon, and Rex watch over me. Father, the memories stored in the diamond weapon. Give them to Allie. Watch over her in my stead. Father, I cannot go on like this, please. I understand. Thank you. I am proud to call myself your son. Oh, thank you. I'll have to take that later. I see. We will remain here until further notice. That was Gaius. Valens von Varro and the Weapon Project are no more. Seizing the opportunity, the Warlord revolutionaries have taken control of the city. Though they still suffered considerable losses, they have at least gained their freedom. And even with the Empire gone, for the people like me, life under Imperial rule is all we've ever known. We might never be able to heal the scars left by decades of oppression. While there is hope for those who have survived this ordeal, nothing can bring back the dead. The loss of my wife and daughter left a void in me that can never be filled. In the years since, I have struggled to find a purpose, a reason to keep on living. It is the same for Gaius. No matter how hard he tries to make amends, the children he lost are gone forever. Don't be sad, Akali. We don't care. Severa is concerned for Allie's well-being. The recent events in World have had a profound impact on the lives of many, many people, but none so more than Allie. Since she's been in a state of shock ever since she returned, we've even called Sid to see if he can ascertain what the problem might be. You see, there's a strong possibility that the diamond weapon itself is what's caused Allie to close herself off like this. But for the time being, all we can do is wait. There is one other thing. Alvania came by looking for you earlier, so perhaps you could go see her. This is technically the first time you've seen these cutscenes, right? Yeah, because I remember you skipped them, and then I had to message you about what was happening. Because I needed to share it with somebody. I couldn't talk shit in voice because there were a couple people enjoying it very much. So I had to be like, "Yak, this sucks." just back and forth in messages. Thank you for coming to meet me. I'm glad to see you're none worse for your experiences. Actually, I've been meaning to show you this. Thanks to the Alamigan resistance, the Monument of the Fallen is complete. Though they may no longer be with us, we'll never forget them. This way, they'll always be a part of Turncliffe, and future generations will be reminded of the sacrifices that were made. You were always so kind to me, and now it is my turn to do the same for others. Alvinia is absorbed in prayer. Now would be a good time to return to Severa. This is such a cute little village, though. I hope all is well with Alvinia. Actually, while you were speaking with her, I received word that Gaius will be here soon. Well, that's upsetting. We can't. This cutscene is long. I wish to see Allie. Would you send for her? Allie? She's got Mako poisoning. Does she even recognize me? At first we thought the weapon's influence had caused this, but it seems there is more to it than that. The Shurigans say that this is most likely the result of intense trauma. Her mind has been scarred, perhaps irrevocably. She boarded the diamond weapon with the intention of saving her brother. Little did she know that Valence had used the synthetic orthite system to transform Alphonse into a limiting component of the machine. Then when she boarded the diamond weapon, she finally learned the horrible truth. I've never heard of anything so cruel. Just a moment. In each of the previous cases, pilots became fused with the weapons core, so how was Allie able to escape a similar fate? That's one of the many things we're still looking into. There is no need, I already know the answer. It was Alphonse who kept her safe. In the end, I was unable to save your brother, my son. All they wanted was a place to call home, where they could live in peace. But after all the pain and hardship they endured, this is their reward. No, this is not the end of their story. I taught them the strong must lead the weak, but absolute power corrupts absolutely, and those that have suffered at the hands of the corrupt are beyond counting. Alphonse dreamed of a land without oppressors, and the oppressed where all may live as equals. Thanks to his sacrifice and that of his siblings, the cornerstones of such a nation have been laid. Melissendia, Recon, Rex, Alphonse, Allie, they risked everything to win the freedom of Werlet. And now it has come to pass. I will see that their ideals are upheld. This I swear, as their father. The long and arduous process of rebuilding Werlet has begun. In the days to follow, I shall be working alongside the new government to create a place that people like Allie and Severa can be proud to call home. For so long, all that kept me alive was hate, but the time has come to cast it aside. I'm going with you. I'll only regret it if I don't. And while nothing I can do to bring back the ones I lost, I owe it to them to make the most of the life I've been given. He forgives Gaius for killing his family. Wow. Times change, people change, and it's all just as well. We, inventors, would soon find ourselves out of work if everything stayed the same. If you need for my creations, just say the word. And Sid forgives Gaius. You know, guys, I could fill a book with all the things I've been meaning to say to you over the years, but what would be the point? What's done is done. There is one thing, though. If anyone can get through to Allie, it's you. She looks up to you the same way I did as a boy. Don't give up on her. For all my life, I've been searching for my place in the world. Everywhere I went, I was always on the outside looking in. But I've realized if we can't find one, we just have to make it ourselves. That's what I've learned for Gaius' children. Despite everything, they never gave up, and neither will I. For now, at least, my place is at Gaius' side. I'll follow him and see where this journey leads. But before I leave, I want to tell you how grateful I am that you chose to stand by us until the end. I hope we'll meet again one day. All this time, I'd been trying to convince myself that Gaius was every bit the villain I imagined him to be. The ruthless subjugator of nations, evil made flesh. And while many who fight... What? And while many who fight under the banner of Garlemald are all that and worse, I realize now that Gaius was driven by his own notions of right and wrong, misguided as they were. Since then, he has turned his back on the Empire and its hateful doctrine. His guilt and anguish only strengthen his resolve. The day I spared his life, he was given a second chance to set right the wrongs he had committed, to become the man his children believed him to be. I was a father once, a husband. I still am, even though they're no longer with me. I want to be someone they would be proud of. Now, I too have been given a chance to make a difference, in a land far from home. I'll never forget my past, but neither will I be beholden to it. When I meet the people of Werlet, I'll be sure to tell the tale of your bravery and compassion. May it grant them strength to face the struggles ahead. Pray, go in peace, my friend. Don't like you. Though we were brought together under strange circumstances, Volandine, Severa, and I will continue to work together, at least for the foreseeable future. Do not give him more children to raise. I will absolutely lose my mind. Well, here they are. And who might these charming young men be? They were found in the 7th Legion's headquarters. It was one of the few areas that escaped unscathed following Diamond Repin's rampage. Perhaps that was Alphonse's intention. Do not be afraid. We mean you no harm. That thing on your forehead. My name is Gaius Belsar, and like Valens von Vero, I was once a legatus of the Garlean Empire. Though I believed I was fighting for a just cause, my conquests came at a terrible cost. Pray forgive me. I do not mean to scare you. If you would lend me your ears, I have a story to tell. A group of courageous young men and women, not so different from yourselves, stood up to protect their people from the tyranny of the Empire. They fought with everything they had, and finally victory was theirs, but it came at a terrible price. As their father, they still struggle to come to terms with their sacrifice, and yet they have entrusted the future to me, and I will stop at nothing to see their dream fulfilled. Even so, there's only so much one soldier can achieve by himself. I would be honored to have your support in the days to come. At ease, lads. He's not as scary as he looks. And if he steps out of line, he'll have me to answer to. Though they were fortunate enough to escape the destruction of the castrum, they may have been injured while fleeing. Have the Shurigans look them over and find a place for them to stay. It seems the time has come for us to go our separate ways once more. I merely can scarcely believe we were once bitter adversaries, but my encounters with you have led me to question the very ideals I swore to uphold. What is strength? What is weakness? If those who grasp the reins of power are said to be the strong, then those who lack such power must therefore be the weak. For better or worse, however, we are far more complex creatures than that. I see now that true strength is not granted by others, but resides within us. Strength of character, of spirit, of resolve. Therein lies the power to cast off the shackles of oppression, to overcome any adversary, to stand firm in the face of impossible odds. That is the strength you possess. May it never leave you. It seems I will have to summon all the resolve I can muster if I am to keep my promise to Alphonse. The promise of establishing the independent governance of Werlet is underway, and I will do all in my power to see it become everything my children dreamed of and more. For the immediate future, we shall continue to work closely with the Alamigan resistance, whose whole role in the revolution cannot be understated. That reminds me, if you are passing by Portia Pretoria, the soldiers stationed there wish to hear of your version of events. Please give them my regards. I hope that when our paths cross again, I will have glad tidings to share with you. Until next we meet. Oh, yak, it isn't over yet. There's so much more. The ending cutscene is fucking buck wild. It's not the end! There's a whole long-ass cutscene that has to happen. It literally infuriated me down to my very core. Me and my Keyblade kid. Welcome back, Akali. Congratulations on another hard-earned victory. Ever since we first heard the news, I've been dying to hear exactly how it all unfolded so that you could tell me of this diamond weapon. Yak's over here like, I wish I was as dead as Gaius's kids. By Ralger's beard, even for the Empire, there must be a new low. Those poor orphans. I can only pray that the citizens of Warlid are able to enjoy the freedom that Gaius's wards gave their lives for. At the very least, we can no longer live in fear of monstrous creations birthed by the Weapon Project. I shall add your account to our official report. Finally, on behalf of the Alamigan Resistance, and the whole of Eorzea for that matter, allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude. Thank you. Oh, Q. Q, wait till you see this cutscene. Yak, wait till you see this cutscene. Father, the memory stored the diamond weapon. Give them to Allie. Guys, she cannot function. He told her to wait in the bedroom. Just like it is in canon. See, they were all being a happy family. Projections from within the synthetic aura site. These are his memories. Their memories. I don't want to live in a world without you. That's why I'm going with you. No, not yet, Allie. Now is not your time. Father still needs you. Please take care of him in our place. And if you're worried about Alphonse, don't be. He's got us for company. Pretty sure his soul is trapped in that ball. You know, it's fine. We will want you to see this new world for yourself. We will forever be at your side, Allie. I'm the only one left. She's all better now. But I'll never be alone. Father. How we feeling? We stopped weapons. So we did stop the 7th Legion, and we stopped the Garlean. We stopped the Garlean weapons and all of that. I think we have removed Gaius from the plot officially. So now that I've seen that, I actually don't think he'll have any business in Endwalker. It would be insane if he did, but I thought he might be more valuable down the road, but no. I think we're done with him. Yeah, I don't know. The Garlean stuff. Well, we got story. Yeah, but we didn't know that at the time. Well, I did. I didn't know it was super bad until it was way too late to stop. Because it genuinely wasn't a bad storyline. I think even Ruby and Sapphire. Oh, no, Ruby was good. Because you were like, oh, what's going on with, like, there's Nail von Garnis there, and, like, it was genuinely pretty interesting. And then I think that's when you meet all the kids, and you're like, well, that's weird, but hopefully we're not gonna get, like, hopefully this will be a driving plot point, because it's weird and uncomfortable knowing what we know about Gaius. But no, we really did go there, and then things get off the rail when they're first introduced, Valens, and then it spirals out of control the further we get into it, and, like, Diamond kind of being, like, the last straw of it. Because it was just so, like, Valens was so comically evil in Emerald that I was like, this is not gonna end, like, seriously, right? Like, but, yeah. It was, just a lot. No, this has been critiqued as one of the weaker storylines, and not very, very good, so. But, I'm sure it will be at least mentioned briefly in Endwalker. They're gonna try and add all sorts of plot points and story things, even just in reference, so. What's actually devastating is that their outfits, their Garlean outfits that Gaius' kids were wearing, you can get those. Those are PvP outfits for Shadowbringers, and I think they're really, really nifty, and I love Garlean looks. And it's way better than the simple shirts that the Garleans all wear, and like ARR and stuff. I want those outfits so badly, but if I wear those outfits with my Rain aura in Garlean red, I will look like I'm simping for Gaius. Oh, I said I will look like I am like a Gaius stan, and I simply can't have that. So I resist despite everything. I dropped the S word on stream. I know I said the S. I knew at the moment the word left my mouth, I was like, strategy? Oh fuck, that was funny. Strategy? We were talking about how I get like fight or flight response when I'm called small, and I think Jen popped into the chat later, a little bit late, and Yak was like, oh, we're using the S word in here, and Jen goes, strategy. And I'm like, I was like, no, Jen, not that one. It was so funny. Oh, she said it so sweetly. I was just like, yes, yes, strategy. I was like, no. Oh, I love Jen. Alright. I don't have time. We don't have time to do patch 5.55. We have to cleanse our palettes anyway. But we will finish patch 5.55 on Tuesday, and then we'll I guess Wednesday will be a Palace of the Dead run. Oh, I really wanted to finish it today, but we just don't have the time. It was so innocent. Jen is a good bean. Oh, actually, what does your work schedule look like? Tuesday. Oh yeah, you work early. I have too much to do on Monday to also stream on Monday. Let me look at the calendar. Friday. Yeah, so you can finish. We can finish on Tuesday. I can do Palace of the Dead on December 1st. The servers are down on the 2nd. And then early access starts the 3rd. So that's what we'll do. I wanted more days of Palace of the Dead, but that's okay. Alright, that's gonna be it for us. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you had a good time. We'll be back on Tuesday at 2 p.m. for more Spiritfarer, and at 6 p.m. for more Final Fantasy XIV. We will finish. We made it just in time. We would have been screwed if this freaking game came out on time. I would have had to not play Spiritfarer, and it would have been like 6-hour Final Fantasy streams that you could not always attend. You would have been extra screwed. So all the time, yeah. The games I play would have just been Final Fantasy 14, but at the bottom. So thank you so much for being here. We will be back on Tuesday, so we hope to see you soon. And thank you to Sue and Yak for getting us through NieR and Diamond Weapon. Oh, right. Cute. Yak put a bunch of tanking in party chat. A bunch of things to help you. Advice. Those are the words I'm looking for. So read up. And say thank you. Alright. Yeah, so thank you to Yak and Sue. I hope you all have a very lovely evening, and we will see you on Tuesday. Get out of here, Catboy. Jesus Christ. Goodbye.